guys, welcome back to the channel, and here's what happened in Lagos, Florida. Dorcas Coley, 15, and his brother Demarcus Coley was arguing over Christmas presents. The 15-year-old felt that the 14-year-old had received more presents than he did, so they began arguing, where the 14-year-old threatened to shoot the 15-year-old. The uncle then came in the room and pulled the 14-year-old outside, where he met the sister, the 23-year-old, coming in holding her 11-month-old baby. She had two children, a 6-year-old and an 11-month-old. So as I was saying, as he went outside, he ran into the sister, Abrielle, who was holding her 11-month-old baby. And she tried to convince that 14-year-old brother, hey, this is silly, basically saying this is kind of silly. You guys, it's Christmas. Why are you arguing over this? And this was all captured on the neighbor's camera audio. So what happens is then the 14-year-old calls her a lot of derogatory names, and one beginning with the letter W and ending with the letter E. You can imagine what that was. So he was calling her a lot of derogatory names and threatened to shoot her and the baby as well. So what happens is he then proceeds and shoots her in the chest. At that moment, the 15-year-old comes running out and sees that. So the 15-year-old then shoots him. So now, after the disclaimer, I would like for you to watch this video, and then I will also leave a comment and would like for you to also comment on what you think of this story. Thank you.
Because mom's not buying equal amounts of gifts. And at that point, Abrielle was in the driveway and she was carrying her 10-month-old baby in a carrier in her hand. You know, and her brother killed her.
A fight between two teenage brothers over Christmas presents ends with their older sister dead, one of them wounded, and both of them facing charges. Good evening, I'm Keith Cate.
I'm Jennifer Lee. Thank you for joining us. The sheriff's office says the older brother shot his younger brother after learning he shot their sister, who was trying to get the squabble to end. All of this happened on Christmas Eve, in the Ridgecrest neighborhood of Pinellas County on 22nd Avenue Southwest, just off Trotter Road. News Channel 8's Trevor Sohaki joins us live from the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office with more. Trevor.
Well, Jen, Keith, the sheriff said that these arguments over Christmas presents, they happen all the time, just not with guns. The sheriff said these two boys have been arrested before, and now he's asking for the laws to change.
A Christmas Eve tragedy for one Largo family.
She's just a woman going about life, doing her thing with her two kids, trying to make a living, trying to make it, and you know, her brother killed her.
Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gualtieri said 23-year-old Abrielle Baldwin was shot by her 14-year-old brother because he was arguing over Christmas presents with his 15-year-old brother.
The fact that you get upset, you get two 14, 15-year-olds that get upset with each other because one got more, I mean, that happens. I mean, that's kid stuff, but not with guns.
The sheriff said the 15-year-old was home, saw his sister lying in the driveway, then shot his younger brother. The sheriff said Abrielle later died at the hospital, leaving behind an 11-month-old baby and 6-year-old son.
The problem is you got way too many kids out there with way too many guns.
The sheriff used much of his press conference today venting against the laws surrounding minors and gun possession.
Because if we don't slow it down, we got a big problem. And I've never seen it as bad as it is with the number of crime guns that are on the street.
Sheriff Gualtieri said in the last 30 days, his office recorded 17 guns stolen from unlocked cars. He said people need to lock up their cars and guns and asked the legislature to make the penalties tougher for kids caught with guns.
The laws need to change. We need to get serious and then we need to get tough, and these kids need to get locked up. Send a message.
The sheriff said the 14-year-old is in the hospital right now recovering from that gunshot wound to the stomach, and the 15-year-old is in a mental health facility, but he said both of these boys will end up in custody. Keith?
Well, Trevor, as the sheriff said there, we're talking about kids, 14, 15 years old, but that 14-year-old, the one that fired the shot that killed the sister, will he face murder charges as an adult, do you think?
Well, the sheriff did say that the Pinellas Pasco state attorney is looking over all the facts of the case, and they'll be the one to decide whether to charge that 14-year-old as an adult. Keith?
All right, Trevor Sohaki reporting live.
So I have two questions to ask, and one is, do you think holding parents responsible for their minor children's crimes would curtail crime? And also, do you think a license should be obtained to have a child, or should it be a crime to have a child without obtaining the parenting license? Let me know what you think.